Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Hey, yo. Okay, you know, I keep telling my viewers, keep telling you, if you have watched more than one of my videos, that I do reaction videos because, or reaction to a reaction video, meaning I'll take a video that somebody's already doing a reaction to, and I'll do my reaction along with them. It's kind of like, yo, let's go over to so and so's house and we can watch this video together, type of thing. But I do these reaction videos because there's so many people on YouTube. There's so many channels out there that, it'll take forever for us to, go through these channels and find some entertainment. So what I like to do for my viewers, what I like to do for you, is help you open up your library. On that note, I love cooking. I'm a cook by trade. Retired, but I'm a cook by trade. And I still watch a lot of cooking videos and cooking shows. Well, more videos. YouTube, don't have shows. But they got channels and all that kind of good shit. So I'm watching videos. But anyway, I love to watch the different ways that food can be prepared. And Guga, the video that we're watching now, Guga has a real scientific approach to cooking. He breaks things down and puts them together, and he runs experiments. And on that, I am very excited to watch this video here because, bam, we're going to get introduced to somebody else named MrBeast, to which I'm going to have to go check out his channel and probably subscribe to it because, it's got something to do with cooking. And I think I'm going to like, what he does. So with that being said, let's check out this video here. And let's see what these two got going on. Enjoy.
What up, Guga? I heard you're recreating the MrBeast burger, and I'm really excited to see what you do with it. Everyone watching, keep watching. It's a great... Oh! My dog came and said, hey, man, all right, we're putting it in. Keep watching, and if this is at the end of the video, well, I hope you enjoyed it.
That is MrBeast, and if you don't know who he is, you should. He's just super awesome. And like he said, we're making burgers. And my goal is not only to recreate Beast-style burger, but every other one that he has available on his restaurants. And hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be sharing so many different unique techniques on cooking burgers that everyone can learn something new. This is my take on how I would cook every single MrBeast burger. So let's do it.
I would say this, when it comes down to burgers, I think that within the last few years, them smash burgers has taken over. Damn near every video that I see of somebody making a burger, they're smashing them. Now, I remember when I was growing up, when I was growing up, and when I was cooking burgers, during the process, you kind of smash them a little bit. Just a little bit. But, what I'm saying? Basically, it's the squeeze. You do a squeeze test to make sure that there's no blood coming out. That's the way I was brought up. That's how I learned how to cook burgers. But nowadays, man, you seen that one burger that he had that he smushed together, and all that juice came out. Shit was yummy. But let's check it out.
And obviously, the first thing we need to do is research. So I went to www.mrbeastburger.com and checked out all of the burgers they had available. And just in case you are wondering, he also has an app. And after about 30 minutes, this is what arrived.
You mean to tell me you can go to the website and in 30 minutes you're going to get a fresh burger?
This is the Chandler style. I could tell you immediately that is a cheeseburger. We got 2 patties and cheese on a soft bun. Got it. Let me show you my take on it. For this burger and every other one, I chose to use brioche buns. I think they are the king of all buns. And you know, bread and butter goes perfectly together. So if you toast these buns without butter, this is what it looks like. However, if you add a little bit of butter to the pan, put your buns right on top and toast it up, you are rewarded with something way better. I mean, take a look at the difference. I mean, which one would you rather eat? Exactly. So always toast your buns with butter. The next very important ingredient is beef. Now I want to keep this budget friendly because if you know money was not an issue, we can always make Wagyu burgers. But hey, not today. So for that, I chose this blend, which is 80% lean and 20% fat. At least for me, this is the best ratio for burgers. Now to cook this is all about technique, and the first thing we gotta do is to get our pan nice and hot.
You see that Wagyu? It looked. If you're not into cooking, Wagyu is a I think it's Japanese cow from the state of Wagyu, something like that, and their cows have so much fat, fat per, fat versus meat, that when you cook them, you just get this whole different thing. And what we saw, if I can get back to it, and what we saw was someone's cutting into some Wagyu. Where was it? Oh my gosh. Where the fuck was it, man?
Butter. The next very important ingredient is beef. Now I want to keep this budget friendly because if you know money was not an issue, we can always make Wagyu burgers. But hey, not today. So for that, I chose this blend, which is 80% lean and 20% fat. At least for me, this is the best ratio for burgers. Now to cook this is all about technique, and the first thing we gotta do is to get our pan nice and hot. And I'm a huge fan of crust, so instead of making 2 large patties, I much rather have 3 small ones. This will give me the optimum crunch. The next thing to do is to put a little bit of parchment paper right on top and smash it down. As you are doing so, remember to be careful of the flare-ups. Once juicy starts showing up on the top, it's time to flip. Then add American cheese right on top, stack them together and place them right on top of that bun. This, my friends, is my take on the simple cheeseburger. The key is to cook it as fast as possible. That will retain its juice even though it's cooked all the way through. Honestly, it is one of my favorite burgers and it's so easy to do. And when you give it to your family members and they have reactions like this,
what's up, Angel?
you know you did a good job. That is as easy as it gets and it is super tasty. But now let's jump on to the next one. I can tell immediately that Chris likes a thick burger. Not only does he have 2 big patties with cheese, but he also added bacon and fries. That man is hungry. As you know, the best way to cook bacon is just like this. Setting them on a cooling rack like this and putting it in your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and after 20 minutes, this is what comes out. Come on now. However, fries on the other hand, I might be a little bit against him. I like my fries crispy, and whenever I add it to the burger, it just does not work because it gets soggy. However, I do enjoy his choice of this style of fries. As you can see, they have the maximum crunch. So at least to me, I would not recommend it putting it inside of the burger. One other thing that is a requirement for me is to make a very juicy burger. And I'm going to show you a complete different technique on how to cook this one. I started by first meshing my balls. To do that, you can use a cast iron skillet or anything that will make it nice and flat. At the same time, using parchment paper will ensure that nothing gets stuck. Trust me, you want that to happen. As you can see, once I was done, everything is nice and flat. Now the next thing to do is to deep fry them. I'm using a very special oil that is set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the great thing about this oil is that it was seasoned with garlic and thyme. Not only does that add an amazing flavor to your beef, but it also makes it super juicy. This technique by no way was invented by me. It was actually born in the 1920s and they still make this burger the same exact way today. And I mean, take a look at this. Is there any chance that this is not gonna be incredible? Adding the bacon right on top of it, oh man, it just puts an icing on the cake. So I made one with no fries, but I also did another one with fries just the way Chris likes it. But the most interesting thing for me, whenever you deep fry a burger and you squeeze it, oh man, it's juicy to the max. That is the secret of making an incredible juicy burger. Let's see what my nephew has to say about it.
Try this one, my brother. Let me know what you think of that one. Here, to make it better, and then you let us know fried on the side or not.
Like it's dripping over here. So let's see what's going on. I've just come back from heaven. I'm ready to talk. So juicy, like this isn't fair. I gotta say, the fries might not be the play inside of the burger. Maybe it's better just bacon and then the fry on the side. Cause let me see. We're gonna keep it crunchy.
I have to agree, fries on the side is definitely better. But now,
Okay, I wonder what makes that burger so juicy when you deep fry it. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that the meat is going to act like a sponge, you know what I'm saying, and absorb the grease. Because that's never the case whenever you're just frying it like, you know, skillet frying it like that. Whenever I was cooking back in the day and was on that grill, now mind you, we didn't have the realest of realest meat, but it's something about a greasy burger that really turns me on whenever I'm eating it. Fucking there's this one place in my city that I used to go to all the time. I ain't gonna say all the time, but whenever I really thought about it, and I liked his burgers because they were so greasy, so juicy. You know what I mean? It's like oh, just this, yeah, it was just so juicy, so greasy. But I think the juicier it is, the better it is. You know, I know we eat at McDonald's like once every 4 or 5 months, something like that, and there's something about that burger. You know, there's like a cheapish quality to that burger that I like. Sonic's has that it has a cheap little taste to it as well. Sonic's has more of a taste of it reminds me of buying some bulk, you know, buying patties in the bulk and taking them out to your backyard grill. And that's why I like them so much, because I like the memory of that from back when I was in trade school and shit, because that's what we would have for holidays and things. But anyway, let's get back to this. Oh, and American cheese, man. Like my brother, my niece, you know, they like, you know, these different type cheeses, you know, and I mean, my favorite cheese is American, and they don't fuck with American, but I miss it. It's like when it comes down to melting it inside of shit, it's like scrambled eggs and cheese. I would love scrambled eggs and cheese, especially with American slices melted in it, whatever. Macaroni and cheese. I like macaroni and cheese made with American sliced cheese. And then just your regular bologna sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Fucking American cheese just, it had a little, you know, it has a hint of salt in it. So, you know, that salt is that flavor that enhances, you know, the cheese. And it's just, man, Anyway, let's get back to this.
now it's time for the main event. This is the Beast style burger, and not only does it have 2 massive patties with cheese, but I can taste onion, pickles, ketchup, mayo, and mustard. I got it. Now let me show you how I will cook this beast of a burger. And if there's one thing I love on a burger, is caramelized onions. And to make them is super easy. These are white sweet onions. To get them nice and caramelized, I just throw it into a hot skillet with oil. I like to use a hot temperature oil because I like my onions to be cooked nice and fast. The only thing you gotta keep in mind is to keep them moving, because my fire is so hot it takes no time at all. After about 2 minutes, I like to deglaze the pan with a little bit of water. When you do so, a lot of steam will come up. But most importantly, all that flavor that was stuck onto the pan will release and get it onto the onions. That is caramelization to the max, my friends. and it is what makes onion taste so good. The next thing to do is a sauce. And since MrBeast likes mayo, ketchup, and mustard, let's just go with that. As you can see, I use 2 tablespoons of mayo, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. Keeping these ratios will make your sauce awesome. And at the same time, it is much easier to put it together on your burger.
And something else that I realized within the last few years is that a lot of people have been paying attention to their sauces. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. Burger King, McDonald's, well, Burger King especially has always had its little secret sauce. Tastes like Thousand Island, but and have you ever had sandwich spread? Not Miracle Whip, not mayonnaise, not another salad dressing, but sandwich spread. It looks like that, you know, that color, but it has, you know, chunks of pickles in it. Man, I used to love that. I think it also comes with pimento, or if it's not pimento, it has like little red minced up pieces in it. I'm not sure what it is, but when I was growing up, you know, we didn't deal with sauces. You know what I'm saying? It was just strictly Miracle Whip. Throw some Miracle Whip on the bread, throw your meat, you know what I'm saying? Your cheese, your lettuce, your tomatoes, and you got your fucking burger. And I don't remember Wendy's having a sauce. I don't remember McDonald's having a sauce. I always remember, you know, wait a minute, do I have it backwards? Is it McDonald's with the secret sauce, or is it Burger King? I forget. Anyway, I don't remember too many restaurants having, you know, a sauce like this, you know, on their burgers. You know, it's either, you know, ketchup, mustard. I don't remember having, you know, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip on my burgers either. Anyway, let's go.
Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and make it. So I first started with a layer of the sauce. Then I added all of those beautiful caramelized onions, followed by 3 slices of pickle. And now to the most important ingredient. And since this is a beast burger, we're gonna cook it like a steak. Yes, you heard that right. It is extremely important to have that cast iron skillet as hot as possible. That's because when you do a flip, you're gonna get nice crust just like this. Exactly like I always say when cooking a steak, whenever you have a nice crust, it will make a much better steak. But once that flip is done, the next thing to do is to throw in butter, thyme, and garlic. Because we're gonna take this burger to the next level by basting it. Yes, basting it with a lot of butter. The wonderful thing about this is that as the butter starts browning and you are basting that thing with it, boy, let me tell you something, you are going deep into Flavor Town. Once you are happy with that basting, the next thing to do is to add your cheese. And you think I'm done? No. We gotta baste it a little bit more. As I always say, the more butter, the better. I mean, take a look at this. That is what I'm talking about. The only thing left to do is to assemble. And as I did, check this out. That, my friends, is a beast. The only thing left to do is to give it a try.
Alright, everybody, here's my take on MrBeast Burger. Are you ready, Angel?
Let's go, man.
I'm hungry. You hungry?
I'm ready.
I have never made a burger this way. It is my very first time making a burger this way. You smell something different?
Smells good.
Huh? Smell good?
Smells like goodness.
It smells like goodness? I thought you were going to be able to catch right away what I did with it. I have never cooked it this way, and I'm excited to find out how it's going to taste.
I think I smelled something that I didn't smell in any of the other burgers. But let's see what's going on. I gotta taste it first.
All right, let's find out. My take on MrBeast Burgers, everybody. Cheers.
Oh, MrBeast. Oh, what the hell?
What does it taste like?
A steak.
It tastes like a steak.
And it tastes like you basted it in like thyme. And
That's exactly what I did.
Man. Yeah, you could taste the thyme.
Thyme and a little bit of a lot of butter. Not a little bit. You guys saw it. Quite a bit of butter.
But you're basting it.
Yeah, a lot of basting there, and the cheese is nice and gooey. But most importantly, it feels like a fancy steak.
Yeah,
Like a fancy burger, I mean.
it's a fancy burger.
Jimmy, I hope I did it justice, and that would be my take on it if I was cooking all of the burgers for you. I don't know if it's efficient for all the restaurants to make it this way, because, you know, it takes some time. You gotta you gotta put some love into this burger, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's efficient enough, but if it is for all the restaurant, I highly recommend you doing this way, because I can honestly say this is a beast burger. I'll tell you one thing, everybody. If you have not tried MrBeast burgers yet, go ahead and give it a try. Let me know in the comments down below which one you think is best. Which one is your favorite? Do you like it more fancy, or do you like it more, you know, just plain and simple? Like Angel likes it. Which one is your favorite one out of all of them?
Out of all of them, my favorite one has to be just cheese.
As you guys know, MrBeast is a great guy. Not only does he help a lot of people, but he keeps all of us entertained. Jimmy, shout out to you, my brother. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody.
He said all that outro shit for me. But check it. I'm gonna leave his link down in the description. I'll also leave the link to MrBeast down in the description as well. There's somebody else that I want to check out, and that's Babish. I gotta look it up. But anyway, I love cooking, man. You know, it's one of those things where my instructor used to be like, a hungry cook. No, you'd be like, there's no such thing as a hungry cook. There will never be a such thing as a hungry cook. Because shit, why be hungry when you know how to cook? Fucking what I like about cooking is being able to go from no idea of what you want to opening up your refrigerator and seeing a few items and being able to put those together, you know what I'm saying? And come up with a nice tasty ass meal. I remember there was a time when I was going through a transition in my life. You know, I was staying with a female, and I was staying with a woman, and well, me and this woman was sharing a house together. And I ended up putting her out. And after putting her out, I ended up losing the house anyway because I couldn't afford it. And so I went to go stay over at a friend's house, and I was staying in her garage. You know, I was just like, I'm not gonna, you know, invade you and your kids' space like that. I'll be out in the garage. So what I had done was I took all the groceries that I had from my house and I brought them over to her house. And I was like, you know, y'all eat through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I may not have any money right now because I was in between jobs. I was like, I may not have any money right now, but you know what I'm saying? At least I can help y'all eat. And because I had a nice freezer full of shit and fridge full of shit and, you know, canned goods and all that. So anyway, here it was, you know, I used to sit back and I was wondering if she was going to ever cook. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I wasn't working, you know, I'd be like, man, I don't smell no food, no nothing. And so, you know, I'd go in the house and, you know, they'd be gone. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to eat up their food, man. But I was like, I knew that she had put the canned goods that I brought in its own little cabinet. So I was going through the canned goods and just like making meals out of vegetables, you know what I'm saying, out of canned goods and shit. And I mixed up a lot of dehydrated potatoes and vegetables, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one moment I would have potatoes and peas. Another moment I would have potatoes and corn. Another moment I had potatoes and green beans. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I was making meals, man. And then, you know, of course, you know, making sandwiches out of them and shit. Toasting the bread and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? And adding different ingredients just to mix up the flavor and shit. Man, it was some wild days. Come to find out that she was always waiting for me to come in there and cook. Or waiting for me to come in there and ask her to cook something. And I was like, shit, man, this is your house. I barely wanted to be seen. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to get off this video, man. And I'm going to stop this video. Like I said, he said all the outro stuff. But like I said before, I'm gonna leave his links, leave his and MrBeast, leave their links in the description. Please, widen your interest in entertainment. Like I said, Guga, he likes to approach cooking in a scientific way. He'll look at something, re-examine it, and cook it his way. And I like that. And I heard Babish does that as well. So that's why I'm going to go check him out. And then MrBeast, it's the first time I've ever heard of him. So I'm going to check him out too. Anyway, you have a good day. You have a good night. You have a good morning. Peace.